guys, it's Megan with Real Life Whole Foods. Last week in my weekly fridge food prep video, I showed you how I roasted sweet potato slices to keep in my fridge. And today I want to show you what I do with those slices to make quick breakfasts and an easy side dish. Okay, so the first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is I grab a sheet pan with some foil on it and I take my sweet potatoes out of the fridge. So I roasted a few different varieties this week, and I'm going to put a couple down here so I can show you what I do with sweet potato toasts. This is the way that I typically do my sweet potatoes. So I just put them here. Remember that when I roasted them before, I already had olive oil on them, so they don't need any more olive oil. I'm going to put these under my broiler for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to flip them for another couple of minutes. So I'm going to do that right now. While those are in the broiler, I'm going to put a pot of water on boil, and that's for some poached eggs. So that water with some salt in it is boiling, and next I'm going to prep some avocado. So this is for my savory sweet potato toasts. And I find that if I have the sweet potato already roasted, it's under the broiler right now. So I can do the other things that I have to do to prepare my toasts. So I have an avocado half here. Avocado has great fat in it, and it's good for you to start your day with some protein, some fat, some greens, which we're all going to have here. I have some lemon slices. I'm putting those in here, and I'm adding some lemon juice to this half of an avocado. I already have these sliced up because we had a party this weekend and I don't want them to go to waste, so I'm just using the slices that I have. I'm also going to put a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper in here. And then I'm just going to mash up this avocado half with the lemon juice, salt, and pepper. By adding the lemon juice, you're making sure that your avocado is not going to go brown, and it gives it a nice zing too. So that's ready to go, and I can put my lemons away. My sweet potatoes are still under the broiler, and my water is about to boil. Okay, let's check on our sweet potatoes. Just move this. You can see that they're getting a little bit crispy on top, which is the way I like them. They're not mushy because I didn't roast them too long in the first place. I'm just going to turn them over and put them back in for another 2 minutes or so. So I have my egg here. I'm going to show you how I put this in to be poached. My water is coming up to a boil. And what I do is I swirl the water, drop in my egg, and then I put the lid on and let that sit for 3.5 minutes off of the heat. So now that I've set my timer for my poached egg, I'm going to get some spinach in a microwave pot. This is one from Pampered Chef that I love. And I'm going to fill up my pot with baby spinach here. just put in a pinch of salt, a very small amount. No water needed on this. There's enough water in here, you guys, that it will steam on its own. And I'm going to pop this in the microwave for 45 seconds as soon as my poached eggs timer reads a minute. Okay, so my poached egg is ready to come out. The timer just went off. I'm going to pull it out of the water and place it on a plate with a paper towel. And that's just to get off any of the extra moisture. My spinach is done in the microwave as well. So there's my spinach. And here's my sweet potato slices. So those just went under the broiler for about 5 to 7 minutes. It's according to how well done you like yours. Okay, I'm going to show you how I do the savory first. So we already mashed our avocado. I'm going to put the spinach underneath on this one actually. So I'm going to put the spinach on the base, and that's a lot of spinach, but I really like to eat a lot of greens in the morning. This could also be a quick lunch for you as well. And then the sweet potato. Then I'm going to top with my avocado that I mashed up with some lemon. There we go. And last but not least, my poached egg, which you want to be careful because it's always nicer to break that yolk when it's on the table. So there's the savory version of my sweet potato toast. I like to top this with everyday seasoning from Trader Joe's. It's Whole30 compliant. It's super, super tasty. So that is one pretty awesome breakfast, and I did that in about 5 minutes. Okay, let's do a sweet version. So if you're looking for something sweet in the morning, put a sweet potato on your plate. Grab some almond butter. I prefer raw and unsalted, and I like mine to be crunchy. So I'm just going to put, I don't know, about a tablespoon of almond butter on here. And then I'm going to cut up some banana. To put on top. Sometimes it's a bit tricky to place the banana slices on here, especially in an artistic way. This is real life Whole Foods, remember? It's not always pretty. And then I'm going to top it with some cinnamon. So there's the sweet version of sweet potato toast. Okay guys, what if you wanted a bowl instead? All you would do is take out your sweet potato slice and cut it into chunks. And put those on your sheet pan with some aluminum foil. And pop those under the broiler again. Again, I'm going to swirl my water, put my egg in, for 3.5 minutes. And while I'm doing that, I will cut up some avocado for my bowl. I'll prep some more spinach, just a bowl of spinach with just a tiny bit of salt added in. And in the last minute that my egg is poaching, I'll pop this in the microwave. Another thing that I'll do is add some bacon. And remember, last week I showed you how I prep my bacon in advance. Well, I'll grab a couple of slices and wrap them up in a paper towel. And after my spinach is done, I will throw these in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Okay, to assemble my bowl, all I do is put my spinach at the bottom. That's just microwaved for 45 seconds. I grab my sweet potato. That's just been under the broiler for about 5 minutes. It's nice and hot and crispy already. I top that with my poached egg, some bacon, which I popped in the microwave for about 40 seconds, and I'm just going to put that on top. And then any other flavors you like on there, you can add some mashed avocado, just like I showed you before. You can do some salsa to add even more veggies in there. So that's another savory way to eat your sweet potato, but in a bowl, which I really love. Okay, the last thing I want to show you that you can do with your pre-roasted sweet potato is make quick and easy fries out of them. So I'm grabbing 2 of the whiter flesh version sweet potato, and I'm going to cut them into strips, just like French fries. Don't want to make them too long, and I don't want them to be too small. Grabbing my prepped baking sheet here, and I'm going to pop them on here. Now for fries, I will add just a tiny bit more oil, and I usually spray it on. This is a spray bottle that I got that I filled with avocado oil. So I'm just going to do about 3 sprays there. I'm going to add some more salt, just a little pinch, some cumin, and some garlic powder. You could even add chili powder, you could add some cinnamon, any kind of flavor profile you really like. I really like cumin and garlic powder. Next, I'm going to pop these in the broiler, under the broiler on high, for just about 5 minutes before I toss them. Okay, my sweet potatoes have been in the oven about 5 minutes under the broiler, and I can smell the cumin and the garlic. They smell amazing. I'm just going to give them a toss, turn them around so that the other sides get a little bit crispy. And I'm going to pop them back in the oven. Okay. Okay, so I'm ready to take my fries out of the oven, and they are beautiful and crispy, and they smell amazing. These are a great side dish to have with pretty much anything. I love having them with turkey burgers, and I usually eat them with Tessame's ketchup, which is sugar-free, sweetened with dates. But look, crispy, tasty sweet potato fries in just a few minutes because you did the roasting beforehand and just let them grill under the broiler for a few minutes. Thanks so much for joining me this week as I walk you through how I use the roasted sweet potatoes that I prep on a weekly basis and store in my fridge. I hope that this has given you some inspiration on how to mix up your breakfasts and incorporate more whole foods into your diet. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe for even more real life whole foods videos.